It's a kind of magic. Yeah, magic with a K. And welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions News. Now with 100% more jingles at the start of it. That was kind of a jingle. But in any case, let's get into some news, which is fun news for a Friday. Thank God it's Friday, eh? The first thing to really point out is this video is trying a new premiering feature. Whether or not YouTube have implemented something that's remotely good or remotely bad, it's a cool thing that can happen, and also have some kind of live chat. So if this works, then if I go, oh, look at that person there. Oh, look what he's saying there. Oh man, that's just hateful. That's just hateful. But if that didn't work, then I'll look like a complete numpty. No change there. But let's focus on the news, and the news is that Symbiote Supreme has been nerfed. That just came out of left field. We've identified two issues with Symbiote Supreme and have prepared a fix that will be live today. When Symbiote Supreme Stagger removes a buff, it will remove all buffs received at the exact same time instead of just one. When dealing damage upon staggering or nullifying a buff, Symbiote Supreme was doing significantly more damage than he should have been. Instead of dealing damage for only the buffs that were staggered or nullified at the time, he was adding damage for every buff that had been nullified / staggered throughout the entire fight each time he nullified a buff. Now to me this feels like one of the key reasons that the champion ended up going for about 50 mil in the recent run of arenas that he was featured in. If the champion is producing some amazing qualities, and as Kabam is stating, he was more featured as more of an overpowered champion than he was, then this, I suspect, to some players that grinded out for him, and so, you know, put a bit of money behind him, may feel incredibly disappointed. With the resounding kind of opinion on this being a unanimous laugh out loud. How do you guys feel about this? Do you feel that you've been shortchanged if you went for him in arena, especially as a 5-star? The 4-star didn't do very much, but the 5-star did. Do you feel shortchanged from the point of actually purchasing it? Because obviously there's two different kind of aspects. The time grind aspect and also the monetary aspect. So what are your thoughts? Are you pretty annoyed about this, or don't care? It didn't go for him? What are your thoughts? Our second story, and following in the footsteps of other games like it, you know, we've got Injustice, we've got Mortal Kombat games, Tekken games. Well, what about the idea of migrating the type of game into a console-based format? The question has recently been asked, as we can see. Unfortunately, with other games like Capcom and there's stuff that features Marvel, I don't really see a strong console-based game that features Marvel characters in a similar way as we have in the mobile game format. But the fact is, I think it's more of a moneymaker from a mobile-based game than it would be from a console-based game. I think the cost in developing the game and running it without any kind of DLC or any kind of expansions, add-on, in-game purchases, I just don't think it would be too much of a moneymaker for Kabam. And I know very well about how the mobile kind of games work better with microtransactions, the kind of way that they understand what they're putting out and how they're putting it out, to kind of like add something, essentially like adding an extra wing to Kabam's offices that's solely focused on a console-based version. That would have to be what they'd have to do, or sell the rights to somebody else to kind of construct it. So it's like saying Rockstar having Rockstar North when they're trying to produce an aspect of GTA. It would just be complete mayhem. So even Kabam respond to this thread by saying they are focused on mobile games. So that answers the question. No chance of a console version. Next up, and we've got a... What the heck is that? That's... Well, it's very suggestible, you know. He's a comfortable man. He's comfortable in his pink outfit. This is Star-Lord, believe it or not. And first of all, a lot of people have gone to, hey, this is not a bug. This is something of a Photoshop job. But there is a further image that kind of suggests that maybe, and indeed, this could be a bug. Kabam Lyra asked to investigate this further by asking you to fill out the template, but still, people are still calling BS on this and saying that it's Photoshopped. G0311 says that he's had experiences with this as well. So if you've experienced this as well, let people know. Go to this thread as well and kind of like say, hey, this has happened to me. Just so that people aren't going, hey, this has been photoshopped. Because, I don't know, there's loads of bugs in Marvel Contest of Champions. Even for a point that getting a 3-star champion yesterday in that terrible opening, that it has MS on it. And it's like, this is a fresh champion. Why has it got this MSUD thing? Oh, it's annoying. In any case, have a go and kind of like put something in the thread if you've experienced this. Speaking of bugs, burn it, burn it, burn it. Oh God, more. Oh, I can't take it no more. You get the idea. It's painful to see all of these things. Shout out to Manuel and Kimmy for sending this through to me on Twitter. It's a real shame we still got these bugs. But this may be due to like a certain type of device. Maybe it's outdated, and that's the problem. Sometimes we're playing on these outdated devices. I'm even feeling that now with my iPhone 7 Plus because I'm overplaying it. I am finding that things aren't working quite as well as they used to, and at the same time, internet connections are really important if you live in an urban area or suburban area. Sometimes it does differ, and it depends how kind of close you are to the exchange and also say the center of the city or town that you are in. But at the same time, decent tech does mean for a better playing experience. And I am quite interested with now getting a new iPad or getting a iPad or the newest iPad in order to run the game, which I think is going to be a more smoother experience. But either way, man, devices and Marvel Contest of Champions are two things that don't always work well together, but you have to find the right mix. I would say if you're struggling, make sure to research the top gaming devices, maybe in a price range that you want. I remember Christmas is coming up, so you can ask for money or vouchers in order to get yourself closer to getting a better device if that's the case. Our next story is shouting out another Marvel Contest of Champions YouTuber. Because I'm going to do this from time to time, I'm going to watch several bits of content, and I have been watching this person's content for a while, and I think this is one of these good points where I believe in what they're doing, their showman or showwomanship, and at the same time the way they deliver content, the way that they interact with the community, which I think that is really good and deserves props. So subscribe and support Katy Candy. Katy is incredibly genuine, and that does come across in her live streams, as well as the interaction is fantastic, especially with dealing with some lovely people within the community that I see from time to time in other people's streams, as well as my own. Not only that, but she's an amazing player at the game, so it's well worth you subscribing, liking the videos, and supporting her live streams. Like I just said, go and subscribe and give loads of support. The link is in the description below. Our next story, and an MCOC grinder wouldn't be complete with a Marvel Insider. And we've got some new rewards, and we've got some new activities that have finally gone in there. The usual stuff is in there, the 3-star champion, so if you want to go for it, it's there. As well as the usual activities. Now this leads us on to our final story, and it's Friday, so we need a laugh. We need to end the week with a laugh, and we are back on the MCOC memes thread. And like, there's one that I really like, and that is the Flexil. Oh, what is his name? It's Phil Swift. I didn't even have to look it up, but there was a long pause, which I probably edited because I watched the JonTron video about Flexil, which is a hilarious video, by the way. And here's the meme I commissioned. Kabam Spruce. There. There. Oh, love it. And the other one that I commissioned, Kabam Spice. Kabam Pork Chop. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Come on. Oh, dear. Don't drop the mic. Unless you want to make a statement. Kabam Adora the Explorer. Kabam Lyra gives Creeper Whisper, obviously, props. And I give him props. I think the community should go on, give him lots of laugh out louds, lots of awesomes on the threads. Thank you very much for this because, you know, I asked for this and you delivered. Appreciate your time for going across and doing this. This has made my day and hopefully made all of yours days, especially the Kabam Spruce, Kabam Pork Chop as well. It's hilarious. So that has been your very special kind of like mildly comedy edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. If you enjoyed the news, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. This may be the last news for a little while. This is because I've got a brand new computer which needs installing and setting up, and as well I need to buy a better software editor. So like I need to get, I think it's Premiere, I need to buy that and then figure out how I'm working that around the news, which means if I use to do the news, then it's going to take a long while to kind of get the templates and stuff made. If not, I'm going to make it more of a bodge job version, which will probably be me on my couch, because this computer I've got at the moment is going to be migrating downstairs, and I'm going to be setting it up with future PS4 content. So that will be run in a more smoother fashion. Where the other device, which I'm looking at the moment, featuring stuff like a GeForce GTX 1080 and an Z3 hardest game capture. I'm not sponsored by them, I don't promote them, I just couldn't read it from that far. But in any case, I'll try to get Monday's news out to you in some sort of format. Anyway, I've been RichTheMan. Like, share, subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching, and bye-bye for now.